you need to respond with B. You know, not C or D. You got to have the right response in place. And so with a team like DRX, you know, having so much experience in attack shooters, they're able to put that into place. Now, this is fascinating, Tasteless.
Yeah.
I am shocked that TARTARUS is picking Bind in some ways. But when I went back and looked at the results here, I kind of understand it, right? Dom1's been struggling on this map.
Yeah, this was a very good map for them previously, but it does seem like the meta's changed a little bit, and the understanding. The Bind was just weird, and teleporters as well, and sometimes when you're trying to reclaim sites, especially B, the struggle can really be real, depending on how the game's going. But I mean, you couldn't have a more different map lineup, going right from Bind into Breeze. I mean, if any team's going to 2-0 here, they're going to have a real range of play styles.
Totally. It is, Bind and Breeze are, pretty different in a lot of ways. Breeze is so wide open and so long that it plays quite different than most. All right, let's see if TARTARUS is going to throw any kind of awkward, curveballs at Dom1 KIA here. I mean, again, Dom1 KIA's got to be aware that, with the stuff that Holy Moly was doing against them, somebody might try to replicate something similar, maybe not in the exact same go B every time fashion, but we are going to see Texture over on the Jet instead of the Raze. So it is one thing I was kind of thinking about with Texture in terms of what might be a weakness for him this stage. It has been his Raze play. It hasn't been that good. He did improve versus WGS in the initial attacker side things for Dom1 KIA, I thought. His blast packs were a lot better. His entries were good. But WGS adapted quite nicely, so to see him on Jet, I think at this point, he is the Korean Jet right now, in my opinion.
Does seem like it, yeah.
He is the best.
We've seen some people rotate into different agents for that, but guys, we're getting ready to go into this first match. Let's do this, TARTARUS versus Dom1 KIA in this best of 3, as we are now in the twilight of the round of robin here in Valorant Challengers Korea.
So I want to talk a little bit about TARTARUS. We've been talking a lot about Dom1 KIA. I think we have a lot of expectations for them in this game. We want to see them kind of have a strong performance here. On the side of TARTARUS, again, I alluded to it earlier. I want to see them just kind of, you have nothing to lose, so play like it. Just get out here, smash, come up with some interesting strategies, try some unique stuff. Just see if it works. Ooh, that's a ding.
Dings him.
Seizes at the door just to slow things up, and there is the aftershock, but they're able to dodge most of it. Park Chung did take some damage there, so the early exchange not really going in anyone's favor.
And they're going to pull away. They're still coming into B though, as they basically locked out Hook with the Brimstone smokes. So this is going to have to be a retake now here for TARTARUS. TARTARUS kind of abruptly on the wrong side of the situation. They're going to try. They peered into Hook, see the smokes. They're going to have a swoop around here into B long. There is a double stack over here. Oh, and the molly.
It's a good placed one. It's going to do some damage at least. And XE around the corner.
Damn.
Gonna get 3. Unbelievable.
Dude, that was sick by XE.
Oh, Wenti though. Wenti's still alive. Anything's possible.
Yeah.
Oh.
But what if the chamber has to fight another chamber?
Who would have thought the chamber's worst enemy? Well, Park Chung still has an opportunity here. He's no utility.
Yeah.
Gonna get shot back.
That's a tough one. I think that's as well as you could have hoped for in that moment. So a dominant performance to start this off here, and a likely second round win here if the ebb and flow of the game is what we normally expect it to be. Are there going to be any surprise strats here in the second round? Are we going to have maybe a 5-stack on A or B? I feel like out of all the moments in a Valorant game, the coin flippy plays are most likely to be good in round 2 of the first half or the second half.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think I wouldn't have even been surprised if TARTARUS just immediately went for a force buy here and just tried to really throw Dom1 KIA off guard. Now, there is going to be a Phantom invested and put to good use right away by Texture there.
A Texture coming up.
Oh, my God.
And honestly, I wish we could almost replay that from a different perspective, but that flash was so gracefully set up that they were able to actually initiate and then kill both the players. And I feel like we are almost speed running through the first few rounds here. Spike hiccuped in plant for a second, but back at it. Sagate is the only player left, and he's going to grab the Sheriff and whiff the shot, unfortunately, on Exy, who, by the way, Exy just is not missing shots right now.
He looks good. You know, it's some good play calling early on here from him in the first round, right? They try to hit hookah. It doesn't work out. It's immediately a full rotate through long B, which they found enough space through to get the plant in that round. So far, so good here for Damwon Kia. Now comes the real question, you know. There was that Phantom invested and able to be kept just barely here by the side of Texture. And you're right, this is a great flash that's going to get 2. And great cover fire from Exy and company to keep his back clear, to at least keep him alive, 2 HP. Is what Texture survives on there.
A lot of that just came down to the entry into hookah there. This time they've seesawed attention over here to the other side of the map. We're going to be over at A. Cautious play here, gun advantage for Tartarus. But if they can't win here, it's going to be dire straits here for the first half, for lack of better words. So far, so good though for Tartarus. They're shutting down every peak here from Damwon Kia.
Yeah, it's just good swings, good timings on the side of Tartarus, you know, making sure to lock this down. Now, there is a little bit of area in between those smokes where you can see through to the site itself, but, you know, Dagi sitting on the stim, just waiting to see if anybody pops around, and, you know, Damwon Kia just stuck here, just seeing if maybe they could grab a gun or 2 out of the hands of Damwon Kia. They've got a Vandal of themselves in Bogdan. No, they don't. It's gone. Never mind. Okay, well, that's one.
Nicely done there by Hate. I mean, Hate, it sounds cliche, but really what you want to do is bring down as many of them with you as you can. It's corny to say, but it's true. Just get them to drop their guns. He isn't going to get any. And so that suicide mission is complete for him. We go to round 4 now.
Yeah, it's, you know, an expected result all the way through here, right? You know, Damwon wins a solid pistol round with some just good shot calling early, and then, you know, the follow-up was flawless, and here, you know, for Tartarus, this is very nice. You only lose 1, and at the end of the day, that's not too bad. So, kind of expected results. Now things get interesting, right? Now the rifles come into play for Damwon Kia. You know, the money is also pretty heavily invested. Not fully. Bogdan's still sitting on a bit. As the chamber, you know, as you're wont to do as the odd banker, you're able to save up a little bit extra.
Yeah, and this is going to be the first true even test here in the round 4. Phantoms and Vandals on both sides. And they're going to go back over to hookah. They've had a lot of success here. It does seem like Tartarus, no matter who they have set up over here, hasn't been able to control this that well. And it seems to be the same thing. Exy just gets these picks at close quarters extremely well.
Hey, that was just a dry peek. I mean, he was just feeling that.
Yeah.
That was incredible. So some utility to try to bother the site plant. Doesn't really affect it too much at all. The heal has to come through a bit for Exy, as he did get tagged up a bit by the Aftershock. So Esperanza going to be able to get that to go through. But you were talking about it earlier, Tasteless. These B retakes are so freaking hard.
They're brutal, man, especially with a good smoke setup over here. Nice job by Bogdan here. Oh, they do manage to pop through. Flash Dagi is going to try to move around the tube. Shot down by Esperanza. And that is going to be another super quick round. Flawless victory there. And that round right there, that may be a sign of what many of these other rounds are going to look like. They were on even footing gun-wise. And, you know, Exy especially so far has impressed me the most, but just able to get these shots off. And like you were saying, I mean, these are just dry peaks.
Yeah.
There's nothing technical about it. Like, he just clicked it down faster.
This is exactly what I was talking about at the beginning of the broadcast that I wanted to see out of Damwon Kia today. Just confidence. Just come in here and just, you know, with a flurry of haymakers, just come through and knock your opponent down. Show that you belong. Show that, you know, you're not just kind of this team that's hovering at the top of Tier 2. Show that you belong in Tier 1.
Yeah, exactly. Really stick it to them. They're going to try again on A here. And they do manage to get in on the site. Taking down the slow orb here. Coming in to try to clean out showers. Esperanza shuts that out. The Brimstone smokes are down here as we're going to see the 4-stack on B. Sorry, 3-stack on B. We actually have one in U-Haul here.
Got to be careful. Those shotguns are on the corner.
Yeah, it's... Oh, my God! Oh, Bogdan, that was so clean.
Oh, goodness. That was nasty. I mean, that's, you know, there wasn't even much time for Sagate to react.
One bullet, and That was all you needed.
Jeez. And again, this just shows you how dialed in DWG KIA is today. You know, whatever that energy they found after they lost on Bind to WGS in the next 2 maps where they just absolutely clapped them. I love what I'm seeing here because it's continuing. Like they've still got that same energy.
All right, next he's gonna pop the molly over here. Ooh. And it's just Park Jung remaining. Pretty surgical precision there. And another victory on the board. Again, these rounds actually going pretty quickly here.
Yeah.
I feel like we have, 5 seconds total before they're already onto the site. And they just seem to be able to kind of overpower any position here.
Yeah, all these duels, all these peaks are being won by DWG KIA for the most part. They're winning on almost every category. I mean, granted, that was an eco round, so I'm not reading into that as much, but still.
Right.
But even outside of that.
Yeah. And this is going to be another moment where, actually, this is going to be the most well-armed we've seen Tartarus here. There is a peek down into B past Fountain.
And they hid themselves. They didn't get identified by Esperanza's flash. Oh, they're wary. Oh, so good.
Beautiful play there.
And that's, oh, man.
Okay, so Tartarus is just winning all these individual fights. They may be able to just drop into B. I think the best that you can hope for right now for Damwon is just to get a plant set up over here, and then just try to see how far you can actually take the game on. They do end up taking out Wenti.
You love getting that operator down. Maybe you can get it somewhere where it's
my God,
useful.
Plant it, please!
I think there was a little bit of indecision. I think once they had the operator, they're like, oh, let's plant it for long. That's going to be better.
No, that does make sense. You don't want to plant inside the tube, because you can actually take this. If they're all going to come from B door, and they are, well, they've smoked it out, so this won't be easy. Texture has the opportunity to pop up and from above get a kill. Oh, kind of messes that one up.
Oh my God. Oh, doesn't work.
Dude.
Okay.
Oh, almost. Good round though, honestly.
Yeah, for the side of DWG KIA, as bad as that round started out, to get what they did out of it isn't too bad. But this is a really good early start here by Day2 company to keep their presence hidden inside of showers, right? They stay back far enough that the initial guiding light from Esperanza doesn't confirm that anybody's in there. There's still a smoke, but you can see that DWG KIA is just not quite prepared enough for it. There isn't any follow-up on the utility. The orb tap, even though DWG KIA is kind of like, well, they might come out, it's still enough to fool them and catch them off guard. So nice little setup here. Day2 also has his ult coming into this. I don't think he used it in that round anyway. Yeah, and he still got it. You've got the chamber ult as well, so you got potentially 2 ops coming, trying to line up to get both Seekers.
Dude, good shot on the Seekers, man.
Yeah.
Combos that nicely. Ooh. Oh, misses that shot, unfortunately. I think the ideas were certainly there, though.
He got a decent chunk of hate. Well, it didn't matter because he had shot at him with an op. Ooh!
It does seem like since operators have been introduced, Tartarus is starting to look a lot more like a threat on the map here. Much harder to try to get into these narrow areas of B. So they're going to seesaw action back over into the B side here. Oh, Esperanza doesn't find a pick, unfortunately.
Yeah, so they've kind of bought enough attention over at A that they're able to get in here. Wenti just kind of caught trying to pre-fire around the corner, and Bogdan punishes him.
Yeah, maybe a little bit too greedy here. He could have a dry peek through elbow here, or the outside of elbow. Okay, that is so sick.
Oh my God.
All right, gotta be careful not to overdo it here. I like that. You're not expected a second.
Don't overdo it.
Yeah.
It's like you're watching your kid do something dumb, and you're like, "Don't overdo it, son."
Yeah.
And he just totally wipes out.
And he falls off the monkey bars. And, okay, so again, Damwon really knowing how to navigate and thread that needle into B. Again, though, I think Tartarus, it seems like when they're better equipped, they can hang, especially with the operator plays. These aggro operator pushes into showers have succeeded very nicely. I don't think they can keep doing it. I think you do have to randomize this to a certain extent.
Or you can just do that.
What? I literally wasn't even looking at the screen.
Just Wenti just popped out instead of an operator. He had his headhunter and just don't texture.
Well, that's certainly one way to do it. Hookah's going to be pretty hard to control here.
Jeez,
They're going to be coming in
Wenty.
from both sides.
Man, Wanga as well. I mean, this is looking like a thrifty. Wanga,
Yeah, it certainly is.
even invest the Rolling Thunder. I mean, yeah, Park Jung catches Esperanza completely off guard. Bogdan! Ooh, only able to get 2.
Yeah. So they traded out, but you're right, a thrifty victory here.
It's so funny. Like, one of the things that I've kind of been criticizing Tartarus about is that they get a lot of early frags, right? They get so many first bloods, right?
Yeah.
Like either Dagi or Wenty or whoever. They're really good at kind of setting the tempo early. It's the follow-ups that aren't there. Like there's too much reliance on kind of these individual pop-off plays.
Yeah.
And this is a
winning
great
these
round.
individual fights and not having that kind of synergy.
Yeah. Well, let's see if he can do it this time. He's not quite as far pushed out, but the dog here, you know, you should have some kind of flash follow-up. Yep. Oh my God.
Nice job by Wenty. Just commits down there. Meanwhile, Exy doing what Exy does over here on the B, clearing it out. Elbow does have Wenty, who's going to try to rotate around. That Brimstone smoke, though, does last for a while.
They get past the trademark because Bogdan's already dead, so that there's not going to be any information other than Esperanza has to go looking for it.
Yeah, dude. Esperanza on the hunt here. He's going to have to pull back, too low in HP to make a peak worthwhile. But the Lurker's a good idea. They're really sandbagging progress here. And it's going to be a strain when they actually do get onto the site. Wenty's made himself known over here.
There's no way.
Oh, dude.
Oh my God.
I got really confused. They're like shooting at the spike. I'm like, this is where you learn the spike will blow up.
If you shoot
like those
enough.
barrels in Area 51, that old arcade game.
Then we go to a special
Yeah.
level, like we change
Yeah.
maps. Like, no, we're out of scent. I'm
Yeah,
like,
well, it was actually in this Korean cast that the whole meta changed, where they found out you could shoot the spike and make it explode.
It was this Easter egg
Yeah.
nobody knew about. Wenty just tries to push this corner with an op, and Exy, you know, still really dialed in, really fired up throughout this. I mean, look at it. He's 11-4 already. He is having an absolute monster half for DWG KIA. And, you know, let's see here. It's Sheriffs again. I mean, Tartarus, you know, looked great on their previous one. You know, they got to be so careful, does DWG KIA now, because of all these early picks, right? Wenty's been, you know, really pushing the tempo, or Dagi, whoever it is. So they kind of wait this one out a little bit just to see if there's any kind of, you know, forward pushes on the edges of the map from Showers or from Long B. Not going to happen, so just, you know, snuggle into short A here.
Okay, as we see now, Spike continues to tick away over here. Wenty going to try to sweep this angle. Oh, nice shot by Texture.
Heavy post plant setup here for this side of DWG KIA.
Yeah. Damn. Texture just, oh my God, the escape is even better.
They're not going to need it.
They're just too good.
Oh my God.
Man, every individual fight, victorious there, flawless victory. Big credit boost all around as they carry the weapons with them. A little bit further on here. Is the score 7-3?
I believe that's correct.
I believe that is what we're at here, which
Dude,
is pretty sick.
I love this round because everybody on DWG KIA is playing for like post-plant lineups, you know, out in a lobby. But Texture's just destroying all of Tartarus by himself on site. They don't even need it. They don't even need any of these like cheeky little setups they had planned.
It's super impressive. Back over to A, at least for now. Dagi's been pretty good with the reflexes. Is he going to be ready for all three? We find out now.
A lot of really powerful ults here. Oh, that hit Texture right in the
right
teeth.
through the paint shells.
Yeah.
Kwanga gets pushed back a little bit. Skate there as well.
Oh, right in the feet.
Yeah, nicely done. They may have to go to B. Yeah, they will.
Oh, Bogdan. Oh, Wenty. Oh, he gets
Okay,
it.
now Wenty could get another pick over here from Hookah as they're on the way in. They're going to know that he's there. That smoke doesn't exactly help, though.
Yeah, that dog. Now they're going to double back. So they bought enough attention. They bought the rotations. They got what they wanted out of this.
This is still maybe doable if they can actually get into A.
It's going to be tough. They only have a guiding light left in terms of, and they have a couple, you know, cloud bursts, but that's it. So you're not much utility. This is going to have to get done on. Okay, well, Sogate just collapsed and just shuts it down.
Yeah, he just kills. Texture going to quietly abandon any position in A and probably just let the clock run. Or am I seeing this right? Is he just going to actually come over here? And
he has enough money, he can just go.
Does it make sense? Okay. No save that time. 4-7 here. Tartarus fighting back and fighting back well. We're going to go to the last round in the first half here. 5-7, so much more desirable than a 4-8.
Oh, God. It is weird how much of a difference it feels like.
Yeah.
Like, when you're playing the game, you know, you're like, well, if we can get this 5-7, no, we got a chance. Like, we're right in it. Like, but 4-8, you're kind of like, well, that wasn't our best half.
Yeah, it really does make a huge difference here. Looks like they're going to at least try to spring it up on B. Not surprising. They've had most of their success in the first half trying to get in on B here. But Wenti, again, with the operator, just too strong. Now, they've opened B up, as in they're not actually on site. They're going to peer into B and see if they can't get another pick or two here.
Yeah, you know, Wenti's been a real nuisance at the beginning of the rounds. It's been deeper into the rounds where he hasn't. Oh my God, what a shot! And so Gate gets one as well. Wenti, what in the world? Oh, he's nuts. He's
I mean, they're
nuts.
just shutting down on Kia here. Honestly, a great first half here, and a pretty miraculous comeback after such dominance here from Damwon Kia. You know, I think when we saw operators come into play, that was overwhelmingly what allowed Tartarus to take some games. They got pretty much every operator pick. So they turned every 5v5 into a 5v4, and then their movement was very patient.
Yeah, no, exactly. I think that's really well said. I was really impressed with them not overcommitting to any of the kind of rotates and the double backs that were attempted by Damwon Kia. They held fast, were able to win that. You know, the rounds they were able to take, in the back of some good operator play from Wenti in particular, who has been just phenomenal with those all year. And, you know, some other good stuff in there as well. Dagi had a good moment where he was able to kind of avoid a flash, avoid detection early, and get a couple big kills. So Gate coming up huge on A site with some huge multi-kill rounds to really lock things down on there. But, yeah, let's see what it looks like on the other side of the coin. I mean,
yeah,
I think defender side is a little bit easier on Bind, but it depends on who you are and what kind of comp you're running. And
it seems like it. If you can control B well, you can. I think A is a little bit harder to get into than B, but if you have good defense initially on B, and then you're not having to retake as much.
Well, that's why you see a lot of teams run Sage on Bind. It's because A is so difficult to attack on the attacker side, like to really control it.
Reshape the actual map and then give yourself more to work with here. Well, we're going to have, you know, the shoe on the other foot shortly here as we switch sides and go into the second half. You know, to be, I love that.
Look at how they Photoshop Bogdan in a chamber.
No, his head's a little bit too small, but overall, it's very, very good.
Yeah, he looks like one of the Koopa Troopas from the Super Mario Bros.
Oh, it's so funny. All right, well, you know, we were kind of expecting a 2-0, to be totally honest, but we were hoping for close games inside there. But I'll tell you, 5-7, Tartarus could still win this and bring us to a map 3, even if Damwon does win on map 2.
Yeah, I mean, Breeze has been, you know, a very good map for Damwon Kia, not so good for Tartarus. I mean, coming into today, Tasteless, Tartarus only has 3 map wins total in this stage. 2 are on Fracture, 1 was on Split. So, you know, if they could get this would be huge. But Xe, again, big on these pistol rounds.
Yeah, Xe just shutting down P, re-smokes. Spike was dropped there, right?
Well,
I think it's actually inside the Brimstone smoke. I could be incorrect about that. But nobody has it right now.
You're right. It is in hookah, yeah.
Okay.
Well, okay.
Yeah, this seems like a pretty appalling overextension, but...
Dude, Xe is so good on pistol rounds. Oh, he runs out of bullets. No!
Oh, I didn't even realize Bogdan was still alive. That's so funny.
He's still there. Park Chung looking to finish this, but yeah, the Headhunter.
A little bit too close for comfort there, man. That Headhunter, it's a good gun.
It's pretty good. Pretty good. I think somebody, it was the coach for Ascend. Ascend, he was saying on Twitter, the Headhunter is basically a blade storm every round.
Yeah, it pretty much is. It's so good.
It is really nuts. I mean, having a sheriff, it's a better sheriff, right? Like it has because you can scope down it. I mean, Exy is, you know, we talk about this sometimes where he's just one of the best in Korea on pistol rounds. I mean, he is always just seeming to find impact.
It really is a different beast in these pistol rounds. Pop flash out of B long. A conservative opening here for Tartarus.
Ooh!
Oh, good setup there. Go for the bait and then let the headhunter do the rest.
So, you know, DK is going to cede this gun over. I'm really glad our observer showed that because there's not too much pressure just yet. So Wenti is going to be able to grab it, and that's a huge pickup now. He's gonna you know, fork it over because he's got that headhunter. Oh, well now he doesn't.
Yeah, Exy just blasts right through there, cleaning showers out. Light defense over here on B. Tartarus, again, they do have the one Spectre here for Park Jong.
Well, smokes are going to come down, so Molly immediately out from Exy in response to delay things just enough for the rotations to get here. You can see Bogdan rotating through spawn to come on in. Dagi going to let loose with the paint shells, buy a little space. Aftershock going to delay things even further. So still, Spike not able to be planted. They might go TP.
Yeah, they did go for a fake there, and it is going to be over here into B. What? All right. Okay.
All right, then. That just happened. Oh, good flash.
Nicely done. It looked like it was going to be close, but, I mean, real coordination over there for DWG KIA. And, look, they've got those first 2 round wins, which really builds up a lot of pressure here.
Well, it's back-to-back, right? Pistol follow-up, you know, just like in the start. And that's, like, if you look at statistics for, like, if you win both pistols and both follow-ups, you win, like, 83% of the time or something like that.
Yeah, it's a very uphill fight.
Yeah.
And, you know, we talked about how, you know, when operators came into play, it really helped out over here for Tartarus, but I don't think operators are as useful on the attacker side. Yeah, so they really need to win this round.
And Esperanza is going to get his Seekers off that.
Dude, they get it and get away.
That's so huge.
Bandits.
So much information. You know, good flash to delay a little bit. You know, you can see this exchange of utility just over this small amount of space. Trade. Good trade.
2 for 2. But again, they can weapon up from that fight. Are they going to go into teleporter? Seems tempting, right?
Yeah, it actually is really tempting right now. But when this, especially when this trademark gets trapped or tripped by, yep, there it goes. So they might just do it. They're gonna try to cut this rotation off.
Okay, good shot there.
Not successful.
Yeah, the texture. Ah!
The Wenti though.
Wenti's so clutch.
He's so good this year. Him and Park Jong played really good today.
This is so close, but ultimately it is going to be 6-9. Tartarus does have an impressive play there. Still though, man, you know, DWG KIA making it close.
They are.
That much is for sure.
Yeah, I mean, again, even though, like, there's a lot of information here for the side of Tartarus, I mean, Hate's still able to get 2 there. He has no business doing that. And then on this rotation, you know it's coming, you're ready for it, you send a player at it, and you still lose that player. So, you know, damage being done on the bonus, significant damage for the side of DWG KIA. So, you know, you're putting economically Tartarus in a bad situation, and here's that operator for Bogdan now.
Okay, this is going to be one of the much quicker rounds here. Tartarus going to come in here and try to strong-arm this position. Bogdan with the operator, unable to get any further picks. Insanity over here in U-Haul.
Well, that's huge. That's a big win for Tartarus, but it is going to bring out the orbital strike. Oh, God.
Yeah, just grazes on Sagate. He actually accidentally steps back into it to drop himself to half health. Esperanza finishing him off.
Those Seekers gave a lot of information, allowed Esperanza to get that pick. Ooh.
Oh my God, the last bullet. Hold on. Still a 1 versus 1.
He's got to go right now. Exy has to push the tempo here.
Oh my God.
Oh, he just has to hold. He has no choice. I mean, Wenti should know this. Yep.
Oh, okay. Doesn't matter. Can he get to the teleporter? Yes. Wow, 7-9. A nail-biter of a round back there.
And that's, you know, again, you see these early picks that don't really convert into much. You know, Tartarus just full sends it. They say, okay, well, you know, we'll sacrifice one player to the operator god, and then we're going to take full control of U-Haul. It's such a key position, right? You either got to control showers or U-Haul on a site if you're typically going to have successful, you know, post-plant crossfire set up. So, yeah, Wenty there with how fast it was ticking down, it would have had to have been stuck by Exy. So just able to push right in there. Now, Bognan has a tour de force, so does Wenty. So who's going to get the angle first? The elbow shows. Oh, he doesn't get the shot to connect.
Yeah, it does not quite hit that arm. They're going to go back up towards A. A is fairly exposed here.
Hello?
Yeah, that was insane.
Jeez.
All right, it's going to be on A for sure here. And they're going to have to go for a retake. They don't even really have any way to try to contest this right now.
Just again, buying time with the utility to delay the plant, to get the rotations in as much as possible. DWG KIA is pretty patient on these. They've been taking their time to make sure pretty much that everyone gets in.
Yeah, well, they've been some fakes here where they start the plant and then they don't. They go right back through teleporter.
Wenty going to be watching that angle, but let's get clipped. Oh, yeah,
nice.
Okay. He's going to get to half, though. So, you know what? That's worth. Oh, God.
Oh, dude, that was insane.
I don't think that hit. I think, I mean, the orbital strike got him. Well, that hit.
Dude, Tartarus is killing it right now. Just Esperanza remaining. Yep, that's it. They get it 8-9, dude. It couldn't be more close. Wow.
It's 3 in a row for Tartarus. But that was a lot of damage done. I will say that on an eco for the side of DWG KIA. So not the end of the world as far as those things are concerned, but that's 3 in a row now.
It's getting uncomfortably close, right?
Yeah.
9-8 here. You know, this is going to be a round with no operators at play. But it does seem like DWG's having a tough time controlling these sites. We're basically getting a spike plant every time now.
Yeah, and that's a ton of extra economy for the side of Tartarus.
Big boost, yeah.
It's huge how much of a difference that makes. So they're going to lead the way with a lot of utility to clear out showers. Exy, you know, there is the rolling thunder to follow all this up. Their smoke's down, so they're, you know, DWG KIA is able to escape, but it looks like the plant should come down pretty comfortable. Oh.
Yeah, Texture still controls U-Haul, making the defense of this a little bit tougher.
I like the delay a little bit there on that aftershock, at least to get some damage out of it.
Yeah, these smokes are going to dissipate in a second here.
Oh
man,
no.
just a surprise flank there. It's only Bognan left over. I don't know what he wants to do with this. Maybe try to get a pick, but I mean, this is so hard.
You can maybe get a wall bang there, but the haunt reveals the position. Park Chung tries to peek off of it, not quite there.
I was going to say, this looks a little ambitious, man. It's going to go 9-9. The Vandal will carry on into the next round. Finances really strain here for DWG KIA. You know, they won those first 2 rounds and then started losing ever since that in the second half. And, I mean, this is looking more and more like it could be an overtime. It could be a 13-11.
Yeah, no, it actually could be. I mean, right now, I would expect a timeout to come for DWG KIA, but I'm not too sure. I don't see Solo coming out yet.
Paper, nobody's timed out yet, which is kind of funny.
It's been very kind of, how do I put this, loose? The game
fast and loose,
fast and loose, yeah. A lot of kind of dry peeking, a lot of ego peeking, a lot of just kind of taking duels, 1v1. I mean, what an angle Park Chung's able to find there.
Park Chung really won that. I mean, they lost the entire box side position there when he managed to get in.
And I mean, I think a lot of this is going to go to what you were talking about at the very beginning here, Tasteless, that DWG KIA doesn't want to show a lot. You know, they don't want to have to reveal some of the things they've probably been working on Bind with the early stumbles they've had on it this season. You know, they've struggled on this map, to be honest, especially against the top-tier teams, against DRX, against Unslayers. So they probably want to hide some of what they're really considering.
Dude, they've really not been able to control A even once here. Another spike plant. It's going to be Esperanza a long ways away coming in here for the retake. It's going to be one of these exterior holds here. They're not fully on A. They're in U-Haul and then trying to hang back towards the A main entry here. So this is kind of a stretched retake unless they can fully smoke it out, which won't be easy.
Okay, they're doing it.
It's a start.
They're doing it.
Bognan is sick. Hold on.
They got
Doesn't
it.
matter.
They got it.
I'll
Yep.
tell you what, though, that was a little bit too close for comfort, man.
Well, it still, you know, you absolutely was, but like, yeah, that's an eco for Dom and Key, and they make it work. I mean, it's just, again, you know, this time around they're able to find the timing, they're able to find the coordination that they haven't been able to find on these retakes.
Well, I think also killing that Brimstone right after he plants makes it a lot harder for them to actually delay you doing it.
That's true.
You know, you want to have his molly or I
The
don't know if he
smokes
had
too,
an ulti
yeah.
there. The smokes,
Yeah.
anything to kind of make it harder for them to get in there and cover it.
Yeah, potentially. I mean,
So I think they lost like the most important tool to basically guarantee an A-site detonation.
yeah, him or the Fade is pretty painful to lose. An early push out from Exy. He's going to get 2. Not going to find the 3rd.
Yeah, trades out 3 versus 3 now on a naked A-site. Now there's a lot of the right utility ready here for this Brimstone to drag this out. And they're actually going to go onto the defender side of A, it looks like, at least for now.
This is a tough retake. I mean, coming through this door, sure, you get a lot of good flashes, but you got to convert, and it's not happening. The crossfire's too good.
Dude, Wenty, too strong there. 10 to 10, man. It is so close.
It's neck and neck. I mean, every time DWG KIA has found a little bit of footing, it's been ripped out from underneath them, except for like the first kind of 5 rounds where they won 4 of them. Ever since then, it's just been back and forth, and a lot on this attacker side has been in the favor of TARTARUS. I mean, this is a great idea here from DWG KIA, but these rotations are so late.
Yeah, and you can see they're getting some pretty inventive positions on these late rotations as well. You know, taking the fight there, not trying to hang back in their older position of trying to cover from the attacker side or U-Haul or anything like that, just guarding the door itself.
And that's just a nasty crossfire to have to walk through. Oh, God!
Dude, Bognan.
What? That is unreal. Oh, that hurts, though.
All right, kind of trades out here.
They get the gun. Oh, not able to keep it, though.
All right, this is an insane game here. The spike is going to be picked up over here by Connector. It's going to be a double rotation into B. If they can get a snipe over here onto the entry point of B. I'm sorry, I thought he was the Jet was going back to B. Turned around and went back to A.
Dude, that 2-tap by Bogdan to start this round is just absolutely ridiculous.
And then we had the similar response over here from Tartarus.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So we have a kind of tucked behind the box here where you can basically point your weapon right at where they're likely to plant. You know, they have a lot of angles to clear. In a 2 versus 2, at this phase of the game, there's a lot of ambiguity as far as where they are at. There's a lot of angles to clear. So they're going to come in here pretty cautiously. And if he can trade one out, that would be nice.
Oh.
And doesn't do it. My God. Sagate is going to get the plant. And again, with the Brimstone at play here, it's like, you know, how long? Yeah, how long can you drag this out?
I mean, now they can just leave the one door for Wenty, cut off the rest. He misses the shot,
Dude,
though.
Hold on.
Texture.
Oh my God!
How?
I can't even believe that.
How does he win those? That's not fair.
No, it's not fair.
It's a perfect setup for Tartarus, too. They do everything right, but except hit their shots.
Bognan is insane in some of these shots.
That is just absolutely filthy.
So this is going to put it at 11 to 10 here. And I mean, it looks like they could still win it, but it's going to be so close.
That must be Texture's Korean name. Yeah, it is. Okay, it is. Kim Nara.
Excellent drawing of Jet. Oh my God, Bognan does it again. Can he get another?
There's 2.
The angle's not ideal.
Whoop!
Oh, until it was.
Unbelievable.
All right, well, this is just, I barely have time to even remark on anything. This is going so fast.
These rounds have been so fast-paced.
Yeah. I mean, considering that this is a close score, I feel like we're barely even getting started here. What? Yeah. 45 minutes into the show, and we're probably going to get the maximum number of rounds without overtime.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like this is being shut down here pretty well. Still Daggy outside of Hookah. Oh, Bognan whipping on the tour de force. There he goes. 3 kills for him.
10 to 12. Dalman just needs one more, but
Match point.
If there's any way for Tartarus to get 2 more wins, we will be in overtime. Living the dream.
Oh, gosh. I mean,
by the way, seeing Bogdan with these shots really makes me think about the next map, Breeze.
Yep, exactly. Really good point.
Where it's like, okay, your aim is on point in these wide areas. You know, there's not a ton of long shots you get in Bind, but the ones we're seeing, he's making it work.
Yeah, Bogdan's looked really crisp today. So is Wenti, though. So, I mean, I think we're going to have potentially a really fun chamber kind of duel coming up on Breeze. But let's see if they're able to continue.
Dude.
That is a tough shot.
The operators are king today. Oh my God.
Bogdan!
Oh. I mean, Bogdan has been playing so well. This is still an even fight, though.
Yeah, I mean, Tartarus was able to punch back.
Okay, this is a plant for box. It'll need to be covered by Shower if they're going to make it work. Shower and U-Haul.
And DWG KIA should know, because that plant came down so quick off the back of the orbital strike. They should be aware of the positioning, but they're all going to try and come through the connector. Oh, God.
Okay, this was a mistake. They tried to set up once before, and they were ready for it the next time around here.
Wow.
What? All right.
Wow.
That is going to be it, guys. 13-10 is how we end the first map here. DWG KIA, I'll tell you what, it was a very impressive performance, but it was close, and they had to really do some heavy lifting to come out victorious.
Yeah, look, I mean, again, you know, you can see that this was played loose and fast by the start of Tartarus. You know, DWG as well in some cases, but more so by Tartarus. You know, for Tartarus, there isn't anything to lose here. You know, this is just a pride game where you want to showcase your individual talents. You want to come out here and
a little bit of flexing.
Yeah, exactly. Because look, for Tartarus, the playoff hopes are over. So for this match, you know, DWG still, I don't know if it can change the playoff seedings too much for them if they win. But again, a lot of this is about just trying to go off the season on a high note. You want to come out here as Tartarus and really, you know, relish in this stage. You got here, you got to this level of Valorant, you know, a very high level. You've shown that you can go toe-to-toe with some of the best. You know, think about their DRX game. They played great against them.
They played very well against them, yeah. Are we going to have a 2-0? I'm kind of still feeling that right now.
I think so.
The Bind is a different map. You know, it is a punishing map, especially when the defenders get the operators, if they can keep B from getting, you know, any entry through hookah. But you know, let's give Tartarus a shot here, you know, on Breeze for the next map. Again, DWG KIA easily one of our top 3 teams. But dude, seeing these lower tier teams put up a fight that good shows why this region is so exciting.
Yeah, this is what has really encouraged me this season. In that, yeah, a lot of the upper echelon teams are kind of in their same places. We we have a general idea of their relative power levels, but underneath that, everybody's getting better every time. Like, every time I see these teams, like CNJ played so well yesterday. Today, Tartarus is playing very, very good. They played very, very good against DRX. You know, everybody here is, you know, stepping it up. They're starting to play together. I'm starting to see some of these coordinations and these things that you need. Now, today's game was a little bit kind of different just due to the nature of it. A little bit more kind of fun. The teams are just kind of going out there and trying to see if they can pull off something crazy.
You know, I do want to point out it really did come down to those double first 2-round wins there on both halves there. That kind of ensured that DWG KIA basically comes out on top. I'm glad you pointed out, you know, that concept that, yeah, if you win the pistol round and the next round on both sides, it's like an 80%-ish amount that you can actually just win.
Yep.
Because after that, the back and forth, as long as you're even, then you're still going to be ahead when the game's over. Man, taking a closer look at the scores here. By the way, Wenti really playing phenomenally. Park Jong as well.
Yes.
There were some moments where it was like, you know, it could have been pure domination there from DWG KIA, and it wasn't because of the kind of fight those 2 players put up. Guys, we're going to go to a break. When we come back, the best of 3 continues on with DWG KIA versus Tartarus. Stick around.
Be careful, those shotguns are on the corner.
Yeah, it's... Oh, my God!
Just flash. They're wary. Oh, so good. Catches Esperanza completely off guard. Bogdan!
No over here.
There's no way.
Oh, dude.
Oh,
nice shot by Texture.
heavy post plant setup here on the side of DWG KIA.
Yeah. Man, Texture just... Oh, my God. The escape is even better.
They're not going to need it.
They're just too good.
Oh my God. We're into the rounds where he has it. Oh my God, what a shot. And Sogate gets one as well. Wenty, what?
Day is fairly exposed here.
Him or the fade is pretty painful to lose. An early push out from Exy. He's going to get two. That's just a nasty crossfire to have to walk through. Oh God.
Dude, Bognan.
What? That is unreal. One door for Wenty, cut off the rest. He misses the shot,
Dude,
though.
Hold on.
Texture.
Oh my God! Down here.
Wow.
What? All right. We're back, everybody, and it's time to go to the second game of the evening. And hopefully we're going to get a third after this. It did look close, okay? Damwon Kia won. We kind of expected that, but I didn't think the score was going to be 13 to 10 for that. And so that's exciting. Tartarus, they do seem to be a team that is steadily improving. And, as we get further and further along here, as Valorant, as a game that is more studied and understood and learned, man, teams like Tartarus could end up going to the front of the line here.
Oh, sure, no doubt. I mean, the talent is there. No, you saw it in this match. Dagi, I would say, underperformed compared to what we're used to seeing from him this stage. What we expect to. His raise still looks a little shaky, but this has kind of been the case for a lot of the duelists since the Jet change that they're not as comfortable on raise. They got so used to being able to just spam Jet, literally every map, every game, that switching to other duelists has proved problematic.
Yeah. A lot of people not expecting that Jet, alteration to come into the game. Texture is going to be the MVP here. Not surprising. I think, looking at the other players in the team, Bognan certainly was somebody that I was tempted to pick. I mean, he's had such great moments. You picked Bognan? Yeah, I picked Texture just because of one or two of those clutch wins where I'm like, well, this might have actually been, in overtime had he not pulled out. A miracle here, but Bognan, especially in the early parts of those games, just with these, two taps and, basically making it so easy for his teammates. Anyways, guys, we're going to be on the map Breeze. Now, Breeze is the big, wide open map. If you can win with that Marshal, with that Operator, with that Tour de Force, you can probably take an entire later half of the round here.
Yeah, and I think this is like a really important map for players like Texture, like Wenty, right? Like that.
Wenty especially.
Yeah, that are really good with the snipers. I usually Exy does switch to the chamber here, but part of me after seeing how well Bognan plays on the chamber, it's almost just like, just keep him on it and let, Exy used to play a lot of flashes like KO or whatever, maybe let him play that, but we'll see what Damwon Kia wants to do here.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting one here. Now, I do think if Damwon wins here, it should be a little bit more of a crushing performance than on Bind. Bind has very much so been figured out here. It was good to see that Damwon really proved that they kind of get it on that map still, but it's not the same kind of performance as we saw in last year, where they were completely murdering.
Yeah, it still looks a little bit shaky for DK. And again, I don't want to chalk a ton of that matchup to their overall performance. That was a little bit, kind of fast and furious. So we'll see going into Breeze if that's going to be kind of the same story. So yeah, Bognan is going to switch over to the KO here. Wenty still on the chamber. Gwanga on KO. Hate on Viper. Esperanza on the Sova, which is his kind of calling card agent. Nothing changes, yeah.
Full mirror, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, full mirror matchup over here. I'm especially going to be watching for Wenty and Exy with these sniper shots here. I think a chamber is pretty much a must pick on this map along with Viper. Just, having the ability to kind of incorporate sniper play constantly, including with his pistol as well. I think we're actually going to go. Here we go. The camera's zooming around, paper thin.
Oh, no.
That can only mean one thing.
Hold me tasteless.
All right, let's do this, guys. This is Damwon Kia versus Tartarus. Damwon Kia with that 1-0 lead in this best of 3. Let's find out if Tartarus can come back.
All right. This has been a tough map for Tartarus historically in their brief history. They lost a spear really handily on this. I mean, I think it was like 13-5.
There's a bear behind that bookshelf? Didn't know that. It was actually kind of
There's
scary
all
with the
these,
music
like,
and everything. Like,
hidden animals on these
Yeah.
maps. Just waiting to jump out and kill you. Oh, God. No? Okay. Well,
Yeah.
let's see.
Extra eats a bullet there. B site is going to be where they're going to come in now. The Viper wall, of course, up. The kind of cutout presence here, and it's going to be Hate with the plant. So now we just got to see, can Tartarus do the retake or not?
And already deep lurks for the side of DWG KIA. You know, Esperanza's down in Snake. You know, you've got Exy.
Oh, yeah, Exy's way out there,
Yeah, right
man.
out in mid, man. Like, he's way out there. He's looking for anybody crossing from mid doors.
But
Not gonna happen.
a lot of this is going to be hinged on if DWG can actually win some fights at that distance. Now, they are going to have the Sova, Esperanza, with a Sheriff over here. Oh, my God, great interrupt. Oh, it's insane. It's insane.
Exy hits that at the perfect time and then hits some great shots. I mean, Dagi's still here, but no hope.
No
Not
hope
with that
at all.
crossfire, no
Dude,
way.
Great setup there. I can't believe how well that went. Because, you know, when you have a deep lurk like that, a lot of it, if it's going to work, is hinged on the guys in B back actually like hanging on and putting up a fight so that that lurk can quietly come up and get hit from behind. But instead, he just managed to pull it off at the last second.
He's the pistol round god.
Yeah.
Time and time again, he just comes up huge for his team. And it's just a great lurk, a great idea from them. You know, the site hold itself doesn't go super great. Texter's able to get one, and that's it. And now Texter's, there's that Marshall.
There it is. Now, you know, the Marshall, definitely a good gun to try to get early. So much of this map is about sniper picks early on. Pop flashing everybody there. So they're going to get another plan onto B. Of course, we don't really expect much from Tartarus here in the second round. Not having any financial opportunities to come out ahead.
It was almost a gamble stack. Like, almost
Yeah.
everybody was over on A except Wenti, basically. So, just a good read. I mean, now Esperanza has to be real careful here. This is tricky. Good jump.
Yeah, good draw.
That was really smart. Really well set up.
Okay, they got to be careful here because Tartarus is starting to really get some picks.
Oh,
Did that connect?
that did.
That one did.
Well,
All right, so that was you know, a lot closer than I think everybody was expecting here. We're gonna have Tartarus here with the Vandals ready to go. Maybe a Marshall or two here as well. I don't know what your thoughts are on this, but a third round Marshall here if you're down 0-2.
well, yeah. I mean, it should be a buy round, right? Like, they should have enough to... It would be if somebody overspent on something and it didn't quite come through. But I think because they were able to get 3 kills here, I think they should have enough money. Yeah, they... Wow, an operator for
Exy with
Exy?
the operator here.
Wow.
All right, so they bought heavy, and
This
they
is-
basically want to, you know, get
This
the
is-
boot on the throat here and crush
Yeah.
round 3.
This is a huge investment for the side of DWG KIA. I mean, this is... If they lose this round, it's really going to break their economy.
Yeah, one of the more impactful rounds here in the first half, no doubt. Okay, Exy sees the hop peak, sets up for an escape route.
Well, I say that, and it won't be horrible. There's actually a few players sitting on a decent amount of money. Esperanza and Bogdan have fair amounts. That's a good start.
Esperanza does it. They don't have the spike over here just yet, but they are going to get it up here with the Viper. All right. Bogdan going to come around pyramids here. Exy still with the operator. This is all a setup here so that with the operator at that distance, they can basically shut down again and again. Similar to the setup we saw in the first round here.
I think he just, like, fired his first shot even. He has been tagged up a bit, though, so if this Poison Cloud goes down and he's able to catch him, but hey, that's the Viper gone. That's huge. That's a lot of utility you need for these post plans.
Oh, I think they're going to get this. Exy has to run. There's no way with that one operator you're going to get that shot off. Big win here. Now, it's not the end of the world here for DWG. They're going to keep the op. And so they just go into round 4 and can probably implement at least some of the same ideas with that.
Yeah, I mean, it's an unusual idea to grab an op in round 3 like that.
Right.
most teams would kind of just let the bonus ride, make sure everybody has enough for this follow-up because they did that, it is going to be a little bit awkward. Now, you're probably going to play early for this Altor for Texture to get the Blade Storm going, and, then it's not too bad. So I like the way DWG KIA mapped this out. Like, honestly, I think this makes a lot of sense. Even if it doesn't necessarily convert into much, you were able to keep the operator round around, and this round you mostly have everybody in some kind of decent shape with their guns. You do have a Guardian for hate. That's not ideal, but, sometimes players go ham with that thing, so we'll take it. And Texture's nuts with the Blade Storm. That should just be also mentioned. He is one of our most consistent knifers.
Yeah, he usually doesn't just whiff.
Rarely,
here.
Yeah.
So they've cleared into mid. Tight angles being held right now for Tartarus.
I like what DWG KIA is doing here, trying to set Texture up, trying to clear the way, but it's Blade Storm versus Blade Storm.
Okay, they're going to come in here, try to wrap around, dash in.
They're mirroring each
low.
other. Whoop! He's hunting him.
Oh!
Got him.
Nice.
Bogdan helping out there.
That's kind of a crazy play there.
Yeah, I mean, Texture's whole job there was to just eliminate the other jet. I don't know, Guanga able to take Bogdan out, so.
Yeah. Now they do have that classic setup here. We've got the chamber over at window here to try to snipe at a distance. And so they have to clear out the site first and then figure out either how to obfuscate the spike position to maybe get the defuse, or just end up winning the sniper battle there. Whoa! Whiffed that shot. Okay, this is actually going to come down to... Oh!
No way! Unbelievable.
That was crazy, dude.
How? I thought that
when I looked at that, I thought, okay, you guys bungled this. They're going to get the defuse for sure.
They got the op back, too.
Yeah, that's right.
Unbelievable.
There is that mini game if you have an early operator where it's going to end up, it can be juggled back and forth from either side.
Yeah.
So the longer you have that over there, the better. And even in the one round that was lost here in that crucial round 3, honestly, dude, they saved the op, and you can see how that would pay off there.
That was huge. That Guardian really paying off in that moment.
Yeah, Guardian closer with the double kill.
Little bit. Oh, he's gonna see the gun.
Oh yeah.
Oh God. Wow. Great
job by
reactions.
Wenty.
He's just so good about just catching people on those swings. Like his tracking of players is really phenomenal. Wenty's so impactful on that agent.
So far, nobody's peeking here for Tartarus. They're keeping pretty tight angles set up over here. B looking more and more like the desirable spot to try to come into.
And this is the round where things get, difficult again because of the Vandals in hand,
Did he spot Exy? I don't think he did. Exy's actually behind the crate.
I don't think Exy's been spotted. I think they sense that something might be going on in mid, though. Some of that pre-firing. And you can see quick rotations here on the back of this null command.
Ooh, nice shot by Texture. And they're going to have to fall back behind arches.
Oh, that's a great knife. So good. It gets a ton of information for Bogdan.
And again, Exy has a setup that I just don't know that Guanga and Degi are going to be prepared for. By the way, this is going into A. And there's going to be a trap set up here. Exy going to go for interception here. This is the likely route they're going to go.
He might get a collat.
Nice. Gets one and escapes. And with a lurking operator, he can just set up a new position. And this is going to be tough because Guanga has to deal with one Vandal, one op, and positionally no real intel as far as what's going on.
And he's got no money behind this gun. If he loses this round, they're back to broke.
It could be tempting to save, but Tartarus concludes this is the only way. Shot whiffs, but it's too late. I mean, the way they positioned that was too good. 4-1 now. And, again, the way that they maneuvered there, realizing, okay, we can't make this work on A. Exy, I think the key player in that moment, having a position that was kind of weird, peering into the middle of B. Didn't really get much done with it there, but then finds another opportunity to get them when they try to wrap around back through arches.
I really like the way you're talking about this because it is really, really smart from the side of Exy in so many ways that he's patient to gain a lot of space. It's completely undetected. and then he moves up in the nest. A very unexpected maneuver, and that opens up that re-rotation over to A that you're talking about. I mean, it's...
And they have no intel on A at that moment.
Exactly.
They don't know where the setup's going to be, which, you know, so much of this is, you know, call-outs and trying to, you know, gather information as a team that, you know, A site is a scary and dark place over there. And they're going to get the Viper wall up here. And if they can traverse through this, they might be able to get a spike setup in the crisscross of the Viper walls.
Oh, good counter flash. Oh, the cover fire is so good.
I don't even know.
How?
He just matrix dodged all the shots while his teammates cleaned up. That was actually just totally confusing to watch from that angle.
Ooh. Uncharacteristic couple whiffs there from Texture on the op. You usually don't see that. There goes the Marshal. Wenty's still alive.
You guys aren't immortal yet? Just try that hot maneuver, man. That's what they, when they come out and you're not ready.
It was kind of funny because I think TARTARUS did something pretty smart there where they waited for that. There was that kind of room that got created. Jeez. Unbelievable. He finally hits it. But there was that room created between the toxic screens there on A. And DWG KIA flashes in first, pushes in. And then TARTARUS responds with a great pop flash of your own, and we saw it from, you know, the first player's perspective who pushed in. They get, you know, Exy, I think, is the one, he gets completely caught, but like you said, he's just able to dodge it. It's a great response from his teammates. I mean, that's, TARTARUS did good things there. They just weren't able to convert.
Yeah, 5-1 now. An important round here for TARTARUS because they don't have that much money left. I mean, they had to buy heavy here, but it's going to be a sheriff round if they can't, you know, make something work this next time around.
Well, and I think very importantly as well, you know, they aren't going to be able to get that op into Wenty's hands anytime soon.
Yeah.
And so this is, you know, Wenty's trying to cut funds. You can see he's got 800 creds, but that's nothing in terms of the relative, you know, economy in Valorant. I mean, it's still going to need at least one win if he's going to be able to really feel comfortable enough to not force the op. I mean, oh my God. What? That
Get out.
Flick.
Get out, dude. That was sick.
Jeez.
All right. Now it's becoming one of those scary movies where each of the characters are just disappearing one by one, different parts of the map, you know?
Texture just comes around a corner and just pulls you out.
Texture just pulls somebody up through the ceiling and kills them off. Like, just
the bones of Daggy come
that's right. Blood and bones get spat out of a vent. Just, oh
yeah,
my
there is
God.
no shoot on this map even. Right? That thing opens. It's just dead bodies. Goodness. I mean, look, this round is just DWG KIA, again, just kind of asserting their dominance, right? Like, they look
well, this
just
so
better,
far.
just better.
Yeah, I mean, well, definitely better at taking these wide shots. Now, TARTARUS did come back a little bit on Bind, but I think the features on Bind are so different. Oh, hold on.
Is he going to knife him?
No,
Is he going to knife him?
No, he's not going to knife him, dude. He's going to face shoot him.
I was hoping he'd go for the knife just to be cheeky.
Yeah. Now, this is 6-1. TARTARUS should be pretty broke here. So, I guess there's one from the Vandal from the previous round. But basically, they are going into a very tough position here. It's going to be likely 7-1 after this. TARTARUS calls for a timeout. They've got to map out a plan, not just for this round, but for the next one here.
Yeah, exactly. So I think part of this is probably talking about how to utilize this Viper's Pit and when that Sogate has. Like, where do you want to put it? Do you want to really stall at B? It seems like B has been I mean, all sites have been successful for DWG KIA, let's just be honest. But which site do you want to try to force them to? And then what's going to be the follow-up for there? You do have the Hunter's Fury there. So, you know, are you going to wait for the plant to try to, you know, pop that open? I think if I'm TARTARUS, I think I'm playing really heavily for the follow-up round. Like, I'm saving these ults for that round. I don't want to, unless things go, like, really heavily your way early, like you get 2 kills from, like, let's say a Wenty peek out or something, then okay. But
let's also point out, I mean, DWG KIA has a lot of good ultis ready. We've got the Viper ulti ready. We've got Esperanza's Hunter's Fury ready. And those are 2 ultis specifically that kind of ensure that the spike goes off.
Yeah.
Like Hunter's Fury is sort of like, oh, this is so cute. That it's going to be very tough. As long as you have the right position post plant, you can get it set up. And then Viper's Pit. That of course is a whole other can of worms here.
Oh, Esperanza! What in the world was that? Yeah, I mean, I think you're right, and there is the null command as well for Bogdan, so you can kind of shut down some of these ults that Tartarus has. For example, Park Jung's got to be real careful with that Hunter's Fury because he'll just interrupt it in the middle of it.
Oh! Texture's crazy. Dude.
Oh, Wenty.
Yeah, Wenty gets one, but it's not going to be enough. And now Bogdan. Dude, some just game sense that is insane to watch here.
They came to play. Ooh, he just got hit.
All right, Park Jong trying to get these peaks off here. Too little, too late. Esperanza closes that out. And again, we don't have an ulti used yet. Okay, so I mean, a lot of times we talk about how, all right, that's the 7th win. Now we kind of expected that. They were, not weapon rich, but like Viper's Pit and Hunter's Fury again available to kind of mute even a really good round.
Yeah.
Right? It gives you some openings here. So I think the possibility of the one-sidedness only gets more real here.
I agree. I mean, I think, as nice as it is and as focused as Tartarus has to be on these ults on this round, is the Viper's Pit just going to be committed to A early? It's not. They're going to wait for it, but they got to be real careful. Again, that null, the null command did get popped, but you can still use those knives, to kind of interrupt a lot of this utility. So they got to be particularly careful on this, and that push through, although they didn't check for Day initially.
Well, big punish there up in Hall. We've got a snap rotation now. Back down out of the bottom here. Where do they want to go? I mean, this is going to be tough. It's been quiet enough, you would suspect they'd be creeping back towards B, but they've actually left their chamber, Exy, peering down a narrow corridor from A to see if anybody's going to try to come in. 55 seconds on the clock is enough time to get a little bit creative here.
And I like what DWG KIA has been doing today with Exy, where he's just in places to try to catch the rotations of Tartarus, right? So here's that Viper's Pit, the first one. There is another one, so we could see them get layered on top of each other.
Is he going to plant on A?
He might. You're absolutely right, Tasteless. He still has the spike.
Is this good? I feel like this is...
Well, the funny thing is Sogate hasn't bid on this. Nobody has. And they're going to catch it. Yep.
This was not the Ocean's 11 play that he wanted it to be. Esperanza can't get in there. It was very Ocean's 11, right?
It was.
We're going to use Viper's Pit, and then they're going to come back there. But really, we're going to sneak in there, and you're going to plant. And with one operator, you're going to hold off 4 other agents. And then we're going to take all the money from the casino.
And they'll never suspect it.
They'll never suspect it. They won't know what hit him. So that's the second win. At least on Breeze here.
It's a cheeky attempt, but doesn't really get sold well enough.
I feel like it would have been better if Exy had tossed off the spike, kept the lurk with the operator, and then they just set up the Viper's Pit.
Yeah.
Now, they did burn through that Viper's ulti in a moment where it's really not going to be much of a forced win. It literally wasn't, I should say. So 2-7 now. Again, fun's pretty good right now for Damwon.
And you're sitting on a lot of ults and a lot of people close to ults for the side of Tartarus, so this is very winnable. They could swing a couple rounds in a row together.
Dude, Wenty's crazy. Is he going to do this?
He is.
Oh,
he dodges the first one. Oh my god, he dodges it all. That's huge.
They're going to get that spike planted over here on B. No way to contest this. And this is Park Jong trying to interrupt this. And good sidestep.
Big battle with Hate and Sogate in mid. He has to push out. Dagi's on the hunt.
Whoa. Wenty at 87 HP now on site. This is still doable here for Tartarus.
Oh, that's big. Winning that entry like that against Guanga for texture.
Oh, man. Yeah, Wenty, I mean, there's just no way.
No.
There's just no way.
It's a flawless, too. I mean, Tartarus had a lot of good opportunities here. They had a lot of good ideas on this. They're coming from a lot of different angles on this. They're attacking from a lot of different directions, but every kind of little moment where there's an opportunity is just either barely escaped by DWG KIA, or they're able to kind of push ahead of it and win these battles like that right there. You know, Texture just finds a great timing. You know, they're able to sniff out Wenti with that operator inside of elbow with the Owl Drone just at the right time. You know, Hate is able to escape mid while he's being chased by Day2 with the blades. A lot of little things that DWG KIA does right convert into a flawless round. I mean, really well executed. And TARTARUS, once again, I mean, other than Wenti's ult and Wanga's ults, okay.
Yeah, that was cool.
Okay. That's unbelievable.
That was surprising.
Okay.
All right, Wenti's doing it. But let's not get too excited just yet. This next shot from Wenti is going to be everything. He does get the connection. That's insane, man.
He crouched there.
Yeah, now they're going to get the plant over here onto A. They don't really have a lot of great utility, but it is Exy here. And again, Exy with a lurk. I mean, if he can get 1 or 2 even.
Have a couple snake bites. So
Wenti.
Dude, Wenti.
He's just so good.
He's unbelievable with this thing. Tour de Force was like made for him. It's just, and the way he crouched. By the way, he did something really cute there against Texture, where he crouched. Now Hate, let's get one.
Hold on.
Hold on. Oh.
Oh no, he's so hard.
There's no way.
He's so surrounded. Yeah, there's like no way, dude. All right, 3 to 8. Can they pop it up to 4, man? I think the difference between 3 to 9 and 4 to 8 is really huge.
Yeah.
Especially when you've got both Sovas and Vipers on teams. Because
Right.
you've got a little bit of more forced victories in certain rounds.
A 4 to 8 on your defender side on Breeze doesn't feel too bad. It's kind of like split.
If they can go 4 to 8 and then win the pistol round in the next one, I think then there's a real shot.
But watch watch Wenti. He crouches here.
Dude,
He gets underneath the crosshair of Texture. He gives himself just enough time
Yeah.
that he's able to avoid the crosshair lineup. So smart. The guy is just, when he's feeling it, Wenti is so fun to watch. He's absolutely nuts. I mean, he's 10 and 10, but it's been a rough map overall for TARTARUS. Let's just say that.
All right, this is the last round in the first half here. All right, Wenti's doing it, man.
Oh, Bogdan, though, close. Oh,
Dude,
he's ready.
It's insane. What? Okay, almost actually takes him out as well. And Dagi's still got the operator here as well, and Dagi's just going to continue the legacy of Wenti onward here.
It just goes to show you, once TARTARUS is finally able to get these operators in hand, or you know, they start shutting the rounds down. But it took almost the entire half. You know, now they're able to feel a little bit more comfortable, able to take some space, push out on the map, get these kills. And it's all on Esperanza. Okay, well, 30 health left.
Yeah, likely to be a 4 to 8. Thank God for TARTARUS here. It's so funny. He's like, you know what?
You know what? Why not? This is
No,
me. This is me when I play this game. I'm terrible with the operator, but I'm like,
You're like,
you know what? This is the last round and a half. Let's go for it.
All right. Dagi gets the kill. 4 to 8. Again, let's watch this pistol round. This pistol round.
Pistola.
Pistola. Pistolita. So, you know, honestly, TARTARUS not putting up the same kind of fight that we saw on Bind. But
Not yet.
If they can get a couple good snipes, you know, it's very clear that Wenti especially is insane.
Yeah.
With any sniper rifle.
I think he's probably the most all-around talented player on the team right now.
It does seem like that.
And
they have some other great players.
Yes, yeah, Dagi's really, really good.
Dagi's extremely strong.
Park Jung's been playing good recently. Guanga's stepped up at times this season. So Gate looked actually pretty good on Bind. He had some great moments on Brimstone. So, look, TARTARUS is good. It's just, it's hard, man. It's hard to come into a game like Valorant against teams like DWG KIA and DRX that have so much experience, not just last year, but a lot of their players that played in previous tac shooters. So they have kind of the mentalities and the playbooks and the
our
ideas.
top 3 teams out here, you know, there were tactical shooters in Korea before Valorant, okay? And, you know, those guys make up the upper echelon here, which are our top 3 teams. And you're seeing them very coordinated, very on top of their play. And then you get guys like Wenti who are so strong, but, you know, they don't seem to balance out as nicely on the team. Anyways, guys, it's going to be round 13 coming up. We're going to do a quick recap of that last round. Again, you know, Breeze the sniper play is so important here, and you know that first half was certainly highlighting that. But let's not forget, sniper play doesn't come right at the start of a round here.
Right.
And I do think that DWG KIA is actually just a superior team when it comes to Vandals, when it comes to Phantoms. Not that the Phantoms, I think, is good on this map, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree.
And so, you know, if they don't have a strong showing or they can't at least match DWG KIA, it's very likely DWG KIA goes up to 10 wins to 4 here.
No doubt. I mean, it's...
By the way, mid-stack here, empty B. Viper Wall comes up to completely obfuscate the position of the plant. Some shots fired in, not much done with it.
Yeah, just a tag on a Dagi is all they're going to get. Exy not able to connect. You know, he's been nuts on these pistol rounds so far today. Let's see if he can continue. Just kind of run teams over. Oh my god, what a running shot.
Insane snipe there. Pop flash doesn't find anything.
Jeez.
Now again, they've got the setup over here for window.
Okay, Wenty's down. Oh. They push right around that wall.
Now this is a setup for the window over here. Ah! Yeah, not gonna work. Okay, Tartarus does it.
Huge. Huge pistol win. That's their first one of the day.
Yeah, that's big. That's big. This means they could pull it to 6 to 8. Again, and just with that normal back and forth, and we'd probably end up with a 6 to 9.
Yeah.
And we just kind of see if they can slowly eke ahead here. But tempo goes to them so far. Now, that being said, we've got, you know, a Sheriff buy, you know, a shorty bot here for some kind of a tight angle surprise. Maybe Damwon could punish here. You get 1 or 2 good Sheriff shots early on.
Yep.
Spectres aren't looking so good.
Yeah, Texter's looking for it. I don't think he has anybody to cover for him on that Owl. The knife is late, so he's going to get taken out. Nice try, but it's just not, you know, the backup just wasn't in time for Texture there.
This is just a bloodbath here.
Yeah. Chalk this one up. It looks, I mean, you never know. Axie could just go absolutely bananas, but looking pretty darn good. 3 Bulldogs, a Spectre.
Yeah.
For the side of Tartarus. Oh, yep. Now it's looking real bad.
Yeah, Bangnan, not a hope in the world. If he can get a kill, though, force one of these Bulldogs to be dropped. You know, anything you can take, you'll go for here. He may just wait out here and let the spike eat him up at the end of the round.
Yeah. He's got the classic, so you're looking for that close angle right click, right, where you can get that kind of free kill. That kind of borderline shotgun-esque kill with the classic, but you're absolutely right. You know, die to the spike is the follow-up option on that, so, yep, going to be able to do so. Get that alt orb, get a little extra credit.
6 to 8. Now, if Tartarus can win another one and make it 7 to 9, that's insane.
It'd be devastating.
Especially if they can keep up sniper play as we get further along where those rifles are going to be more available here.
And it would set DWG KIA's snipers back, right? You're setting that operator back. You're setting, you know, these key pieces of, you know, utility back even further for the side of DWG KIA if you can get it. So, you know, it would be really impressive if they're able to do so. Now, that knife's going to confirm 1 or 2. I think that might have caught Dagi as well. So, drone on the other side. So, you know, DWG KIA is getting kind of conflicting reports from their information, right? There's 2 on B, there's 1 on A. You know, we're not sure what this is going to look like, but it kind of looks like what DWG KIA was doing to them, where they're, you know, kind of setting out conflicting info early and then following up with a B hit with a lurk from Park Jump.
All right, Bangnan, the first line of defense with a, whoa!
Jeez.
Insane transfer there. This round's already over. You cannot make it faster than that. And I'll tell you, man, that is the win that they, you know, needed in order to say, okay, we're still in control of this. We still have the lead.
Commanding, too, right?
And like, what a shutdown. I mean, they barely even stepped into B before they were completely wiped out.
Yeah, the only player they lost was Bogdan to a snakebite. I mean, it was just about as good as it gets against a bonus. I mean, you know, he was down to 3 health, so he just, you know, steps back, doesn't see that there's a snakebite behind him, and just puts his heel into it and slips and falls into it. You know, like a villain, like one of the people the Joker kidnaps, like slips and falls into his pit of acid.
Yeah.
See you later.
All right, Wenti looking for a shot here.
You can't peek here. This hate. This is, man. I just. This is one of those things where I just don't want to see it. Just stay behind that pillar. It's okay to kind of
just buy time.
Yes, exactly.
You're going to hear utility used. You're going to see there it is. Stuff like that.
Smart.
Just
Well played.
put that wall up. Play it safe.
Little things like that matter. Like some players would be like ego peeking. They'd be like, I got a Vandal. I bet I can win this. He's not going to be looking here.
And that's how you lose control of a site.
Exactly.
Now again, Wenti does have this operator, but if they don't peek, you're not going to really. You're not just going to get a random shot through a wall with an operator. That's just so unlikely. All right, so Bangnan sandbags any movement here for a little bit longer. Flash is going to come out here. This is going to really starve them positionally. Now, they are going to go for A. We do have Exy way in the distance here with the Vandal.
Oh, Wenti out front with the operator. Gets stopped by Hate. Hate is playing this so well right now. Ooh, going to get shut down.
Hate did play that extremely well, though. Texture cleaning up somewhere else.
That was textbook from Hate. The way he bought time and delayed and delayed.
Trying to pop over the edge there. Texture just whips around, gets another kill here. And that's going to be it. An easy defuse here. A 10th win on the board. Things looking pretty tough here for Tartarus. And let's not forget, the operator was dropped.
True, yeah, right
so
on
lost
site.
That.
Yeah.
And I think that the operator may be even more impactful in some ways than the round wins for a little bit here because they're probably going to get good picks. Wenti cannot afford another operator.
And they ping-pong it over to the side of DWG KIA.
Yeah, they take that, and now they really have leverage.
This is, I mean, again, I got to give all the credit in the world to Hate here. He never, once the operator revealed itself, he never overplayed it. He waited for his toxic screen before he made any kind of move for info. As soon as he heard that owl drone start, like as soon as those little engines started buzzing, he threw a snake bite right at the door. Like he knew it was coming. He was ready for it. And then he throws up his toxic screen, is able to win the duel against Wenti, and basically buys the time and the info for his team to make the rotate. Just really can't give enough credit to the way Hate played that round.
Esperanza peeks around there. Again, a likely 11th round win, but you never know with Sheriffs and a Marshal. Sometimes you just get that connection. Yeah.
The texture's like looking right at him. It's like, I know what you're doing. Wenti's always out front. Oh, yeah, now he knows.
Yeah, nicely done. Bogdan just gets it before Texture can even combo it into a kill.
I mean, you can see that, there's not much to be found for Tartarus right now, and they're going to try to make it work on the A. Is that Flash actually get over that?
He's too good here. Oh, my God. They're just getting dumpstered now.
Yeah, the trademark was at the door, or not the trademark, but the op shot hit. Pop the slow even. Just. No, it was a trademark. I take it back. It was the trademark.
There's not a lot you can do with this right now. It's going to be 11-6. DWG KIA closer and closer and closer to closing this out.
About what we expected here, to be honest. I mean, Tartarus, again, a great team, but have struggled on Breeze. I mean, they got blown out of the water by Spear Gaming on this, a team that's closer in relative strength to them than Damwon.
Yeah, it's true.
And Damwon, a few mishaps here and there on their attacker side, but this defender side is clean. I mean, other than the pistol round, which, okay, you lost one, you finally had to lose one at some point, I guess.
That round win where they got the operator again was so big.
Exactly. It's huge. I mean, yeah, Wenti's...
Wenti's got the tour de force out here, but can't find a target just yet.
Yeah, there was a spot from the recon dart that forced him to shift their point blank, and he still gets it?
He's so good at these close-range shots. It's kind of crazy.
Unbelievable.
When you're that zoomed in.
The reaction that he had to have there is crazy. Wow, so Exy responding with the operator of his own. Oh, Exy.
Dude, Exy's just massacring.
Oh, Wenti. No, it was actually Park Jung who got him.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a misleading shot there.
Oh, no.
Oh! Now it's just Texture. And, I mean, he has to try. You can't really go back and be like, maybe we're going to just tie it up after this. It's doable. Texture sees him. Shots through the wall, they don't connect.
Still got 1 bullet left.
Now, don't forget, Hate is at an insanely long distance, ready for a snipe, and that's how this is going to end. 12-6. The end is nigh.
Match point.
I mean, you know, Wenty's doing everything he can in here. It's not a bad hit once they get to A. Like, they eliminate a couple players in a great crossfire because Wenty takes control of space and mid, but they don't account for texture.
Yeah.
And that completely ruins the round. I mean, just absolutely, I mean, great shots here early by the side of Xe, but then texture never identified. Nobody's looking. They don't check
that
backside.
spray too. He's like, wait, let me get the guy that's planting first,
Yeah.
then I'm going to get this other guy.
Texture's got the op now. They're going to hand it over. Oh my God! The collat! Oh,
Texture!
스파이크가 중앙에 떨어졌습니다.
Unbelievable. Unreal.
All right, Park Jong, the only one remaining here. Trying to hang on and get that 7th round win, but it's not going to happen. GG! Damwon Kia, 2-0s in just a dominant fashion.
Yeah, it's what we've come to expect from Damwon in some regards now this season. They don't seem to have those same kind of yipes that they did in the previous stage, where they sometimes struggled against some of these lower tier opponents. Now, who knows, going into the playoffs, you know, somebody might dial up something pretty strange like we saw with Holy Moly, the mad scientist from the previous stage. But this was crisp, this was clean, this was them just showing that they're better for the most part, winning a ton of duels, just straight up 1v1 battles.
Yeah.
In a lot of instances, to be frank, it wasn't anything fancy in terms of, you know, there are a few cool rotations here and there, right? A few times where they took the teleporters or doubled back and were able to catch their opponents off guard, but this is just them kind of asserting themselves.
Well,
here.
you know, bind is a tough one, man, because, you know, movement's important, but really, if you're just able to take these shots, and it just seems like they were always better at taking the shots, sniper play reigned supreme there. And even though Wenty, I feel like, is one of the best snipers in the whole region, it still wasn't enough.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I mean, I think Wenty played good, about as good as he can, but yeah, everyone else on the side of TARTARUS looked a little flat today, and that's hard. I mean, usually Dagi, coming into today, one thing I was going to talk about with Dagi was he's usually at least good for one.
Yeah.
Like, he's usually good for the kill, so, you know, this time around, just not quite there. It seemed like an off day in general for Dagi. He really wasn't impactful on either map.
Yeah, this is a real telling moment here. You know, not all maps create equally. By the way, what an ending here.
Just
Where
unbelievable.
it was, you know, such a shutdown.
He's insane.
Some of these rounds, by the way, so short.
Yeah.
I mean, that one ended before it even started there. A real triumph there for Damwon Kia. They're done now for the round robin, right?
Yeah, this
or
is
they're
it.
not playing tomorrow, I don't think.
Yeah. All the teams playing today, this is their last day.
Last one. Okay.
For the group stage, round robin. Yeah.
Right, of course.
Yeah.
Uh,
I just want to make sure Chad isn't like,
I'm
what do
like,
you mean it's over?
It's just a round robin where we can never decide who wins. Tartarus, man. I mean, I wish him luck in the future. I think Bind is a map that everybody's gotten a lot better on. Breeze, you know, Damwon Kia, they really seem to know how to move on that map. They know how to hold A. They know how to hold B. They had some very cool inventive play styles as well.
And Damwon's stacked with good snipers.
They really are.
Think about this. You got Texture, insane. Xe looked great. And you have Bogdan. I mean, I know he's playing the KO, but, like, if somebody, you know, drops that operator onto the floor.
Look at this. Esperanza with a 2.6 KDA. I mean, that's insane.
Dang, dude.
And I guess it makes sense when I think about it. I'm like, yeah, he was murdering a lot. I think our observers didn't follow him as much.
Yeah.
But he played extremely well. By the way, guys, we're just getting started here. We have another best of 3 after this. We're going to do a winner's interview. And it's, I don't know. You know, it's been a great day so far. I think our next match is going to be even closer.
Absolutely. I think our next match has the potential to go 3 maps just because of the way WGS is. Like, their innate nature is to be way better against opponents that they shouldn't, like they shouldn't be. Like, they are they find another level against good teams. I mean, we see it with all the time with them against DRX, against Damwon Kia, against Don Slayers. That's when they bring out their best performances.
Yeah, man, the number ones in Korea are staying on top. We're going to be watching Damwon Kia very closely. Who knows, dude? They might end up coming out ahead of DRX here. They are looking very clean. They're looking in control. I think they did a better job than DRX did yesterday about, asserting dominance over a team they're supposed to be better than.
DRX looked fallible yesterday. I mean, that was tough.
Yeah, and I know that they're not bringing out probably their best agent lineups or maybe their best strats, but it should not have been that close.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was. And in some respects, I will say that you do see this against DRX from time to time where sometimes teams that are lower tier really do push them because there's something you go up against that team. You're like, this is the best team in the region. Let's just give it everything we got. Who cares what the result is?
Right.
You kind of get in this mentality where you're able to sort of shut out all the normal junk that comes with playing in a competitive, unbelievably pressure-filled environment like this. And you go up against DRX and you're able to kind of let that all go.
Right. We're going to take a quick look at the highlights here of this previous match. And I got to say, man, this first round was insane. It was a real sign of what was to come here. Long-distance snipes over and over from Damwon Kia. Yeah, I know it's Breeze, but these were some of the most insane moments like that back there, where it's they're just going to make these shots connect. They know how to abuse the angles.
The highlight here of Matrix dodging the bullets.
Yeah, it was insane. That was so funny.
I love that. That's a highlight. That's great. I actually really appreciate that.
That was the best part of the whole match.
Yeah, that was it. I mean, it's a lot of good things done here by Damwon Kia. Texture just being an absolute menace on the backside of B in particular. Sort of you got a lot of his bread and butter for this one. I can't believe that just barely missed.
Yeah. Wenty honestly having a lot of these peaks where he zoomed in at super close range. You could still flick snipe with total ease here.
He's nuts. I will say Wenty he's probably caught the eyes of a lot of teams here in Korea as a potential kind of, maybe you feel like you need a player to swap in. You got a little bit extra cash to, float around here. Wenty might be on the radar as someone teams are kind of looking at.
Yeah. And there's that final shot. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Bongnan closes that out, getting that kill. Yeah, man. I mean, great best of 3 so far. I do think our next one should be better.
Yeah.
Should go all the way to the third map. But on Slayers, coming into this against WGS, they are so strong. They are so on top of their game.
And WGS is tough because they have 2 maps that they seem almost unbeatable on. Bind and Fracture.
Yeah.
No matter which one you take them to, they beat almost everybody on those except DRX. DRX is the only team that can claim that they've been able to really easily handle WGS.
It's weird. WGS makes everything very close. So this could be a very close 2-1 for OnSlayers. If WGS can win here, that's insane. They've certainly been with us for a long time, but kind of stuck.
Yeah.
Unable to kind of break through that membrane and get to the next level of play where they are able to not just hang with the best of the best, but actually beat the best of the best and cause those upsets consistently.
Precisely. Consistency is the real key. I like that you say that because that's kind of the key word for WGS is they've never been able to find it. There are times when I start to have hope, and then it just all comes crashing down like a lead balloon. It's
a lead balloon, I like that. Yeah, I mean, we're waiting to see if we can start to kind of fill in these other teams with more upsets to where there are kind of plot twists every day here in Korea.
We're getting close.
We are getting close. You're correct. But I think maybe after the season we're going to see that growth spurt really, really kick in. But who knows? Maybe we get to the bracketed part. That's where all the upsets occur.
Yeah, I think the playoffs is a little bit more spicy. Teams are kind of willing to really bring a lot of the strategies and stuff that they've been thinking about, that they've been preparing throughout the season to the fold.
Yeah.
You saw this with Holy Moly. I mean, some of the stuff they dialed up was crazy in the playoffs. It was absolute brilliance, but it was nuts. I mean, it was stuff that nobody expected. Nobody could have possibly theorized some of this weird junk they were doing. I mean, that the way that they were playing Bind against DWG KIA that one time, where they were like smoking in front of putting their whole team in one jet smoke to avoid detection from a sky flash.
It was insane,
Just
man.
Totally bizarre.
Here are the MVP rankings. And count 6? Oh, he's rank 1 now. Got it. Okay, Texture is now rank 1 after that game. Makes sense. RB and Zumba, King and Han. Wait, how does this work?
They're all tied at 3.
Oh, the count is supposed to be how many times they've been voted that. Okay, got it. This is like not exactly lending itself to be easily read. Got it. Okay.
We're here with our solo MVP after a 2-0 win for DWG KIA. Texture taking the MVP as Jet on both maps, Bind and Breeze. They finally finished the round robin with probably a happy scoreline here with a 2-0. Let's hear how he's feeling after that win. 네, 텍스처 선수 먼저 오늘 승리 축하드립니다. 오늘 그래도 좀 기분 좋게 2대0으로 라운드 로빈을 마무리하셨는데 지금 기분이 어떠신가요?
기분 좋은데 사실 라운드 격차가 그렇게 많이 나는 게 아니라 네, 그냥 뭐 기분은 좋아요.
알겠습니다. Yeah, I am happy. The round differential in our wins was maybe a little iffy, but I guess we're still happy with the wins. Well, let's talk about the Jet coming back. I mean, we've seen him on all sorts of different picks, especially on Bind. We've seen him play the Chamber. We've seen him go back on the Raze. Finally, the Jet returns. What was the thought behind that? 그럼 오늘 일단 바인드에서 오랜만에 Z를 또 다시 보여주셨는데 Z를 뽑은 이유는 무엇일까요?
저희 감독님이 시키셔서 그냥 했습니다. 네.
무조건 따르는 마인드로.
네,
알겠습니다. Yeah, Solo told me, our head coach Solo told me, pick Jet. I just followed. That's all I did. Well, definitely worked out, so maybe some credit over to head coach Solo. Now, overall, I mean, today, Texture, we heard him have a little bit of an angry moment. Obviously, it wasn't translated as it was in-game comms, but in one of the replays, in the beginning of Bind, was there maybe a little bit of friction between the teammates? 그리고 오늘 이제 바인드 초반에 좀 약간의 오더 내에서도 서로 좀 부딪히는 부분들도 있었던 것 같은데 텍스처 선수가 좀 화가 나셨던 부분이 있었나요?
오더보다는 좀 박난 선수한테 좀 왜 말을 잘 못 알아듣길래 그래가지고 왜 말을 못 듣냐 집중해라 하는데 그런 말.
알겠습니다. Yeah, it wasn't really about like overall our IGLing or anything like that. Just Bangnan seemed to not understand what was going on. So I just told him, hey, listen up, like open up your ears, come on, let's get in the zone. And then we moved on. So that seems to work. Of course, they pull out the win on both maps. Now with these two MVPs, Texture kind of in the running right now, unless Zumba or RB both get 2 MVPs each in their coming last matches. How does Texture feel about that? And does he think there's a chance someone ties him? 그러면 오늘 이제 MVP를 2개를 가져가시면서 이제는 온슬레어스의 줌바 선수가 다음 경기에서 아니면 내일 RB 선수가 단독으로 MVP를 하지 않는 이상 이제 MVP 상금을 가져가실 것 같거든요. 줌바 선수와 RB 선수가 단독으로 가져갈 확률이 있다고 생각하시나요?
아니요, 없다고 생각해요.
그 선수들 때문인가요? 아니면 전체적으로 그 팀들이 워낙 잘하니까 그런 생각이신가요?
다 잘하니까 또
다 잘하니까이죠.
어떻게 또 단독으로 받기 힘드니까.
알겠습니다. No, I don't think there's a chance that Zumba or RB take the MVP on their own, and it's nothing against them. I mean, those are just both great teams, so I think it's hard for one player to take the MVP on their own. Well, let's hear what his mindset is going to the playoffs, and also a last word to the fans here and around the world that are cheering for DWG KIA. 네, 그러면 마지막으로 이제 플레이오프를 앞두고 일주일이 남았는데 오늘 현장에 와주신 팬분들과 전 세계적으로 응원해주신 팬분들께 한마디 부탁드리겠습니다.
또 이렇게 찾아와 주셔서 경기장에서 또 응원해 주신 분들 너무 감사드리고 또 방송으로도 또 보고 계신 분들도 또 너무 감사드리고 다음번에는 더 좋은 경기력으로 찾아뵙겠습니다.
네, 감사합니다. First of all, thank you for everyone who continues to show up here in the stadium and cheer for us, and of course all the ones who are watching from home as well, and I promise we'll show you even better games in the future. Well, that's it for DWG KIA here in the round robin stage. We'll get to see them in the playoffs, but we're not done tonight yet. We'll be returning with another match tonight. It's going to be On Slayers versus WGS Exit after this break.